9 months after the disappearance of Maya May Millete, there is an arrest in the case. It's her husband, Larry. This is our top story right here on The 4. I'm Heather Myers.
I'm Carlo Cicchetto. 39-year-old Larry Millete was taken into custody today at the Chula Vista home he shared with Maya. She was reporting missing early morning, January 10th. Actually, we just learned today, very late, January 9th is when they got their first call, a couple of days after the last known sighting of her.
Understandably, the family and public want answers. Our investigative team must follow the facts and the evidence that has led us to today. Our team did not stop. They relentlessly pursued justice. They wanted nothing more than to find out what happened to May, and as we now know, to hold her killer accountable.
Larry Millete's attorney, Benita Martinez, gave this statement to News 8, quote, "I received a courtesy call from the deputy district attorney alerting me to the arrest of Larry. He is going to be charged with murder. This is a surprise to me since they have no proof Maya is dead, and I believe she is still alive. He is still at the Chula Vista Police Department, but will be processed later today, and I would expect a court appearance in the next couple of days. I will meet with him tomorrow once he is housed." And we do have confirmation that he is in the Chula Vista jail at this point.
Well, News 8 investigative producer David Gotfredson has been following this case from the very beginning.
David happened to be on vacation in Detroit, but this is a breaking case you've been following very closely. David, thanks for spending some time. The first thing I'd ask you is, you've spoken much with Mary Chris and Richard Drouillet over these past months. Did you have a chance to talk to them today about their reaction to this news?
I spoke to them as they were heading down from Riverside County to meet with Chula Vista Police, and they had that meeting before the news conference, but they were unaware of this development coming. In fact, they were out at the desert this past weekend looking for Maya Millete's body out there, as they do with Team Maya volunteers every single weekend. According to them, they have no knowledge that any remains have been found. And in fact, at the press conference, the district attorney did confirm they are still looking for her body, but they will go ahead with this murder prosecution, whether or not they have her body.
Hey, David, District Attorney Summer Stephan went through quite a bit of evidence, most of it stemming back to the dates between January 7th and approximately January 10th. So now here we are, October 19th. Do we know why there was an arrest today? Was there some key piece of evidence that was unveiled in the last few hours or days?
If there was a key piece of evidence, they didn't talk about it. She kind of alluded to the criminalists who worked on this case and said there would be some information coming from their very detailed, great work that will come later in the case. And you have to wonder what they found exactly. They have served 67 search warrants to include vehicles, the house, computers, and any of that could provide information. One of those search warrants focused on the Lexus that Larry drove for more than 11 hours the day after Maya Millete went missing. And they said they got a ping, actually a navigation cue from that Lexus, on the 8th of January, when he was gone for 11 hours. That ping, that entry into that Lexus navigation system was for his home, as if he had gone and driven somewhere and was returning to the home. And it took him, from the time that ping was entered, 2.5 hours. So you can kind of imagine a 2.5 hour circumference around his Chula Vista home is possibly where that body may have been dumped.
David, we only have about 30 seconds left, but another big thing was they executed a gun violence restraining order in May. One gun was missing, a .40 caliber gun. What is the significance of that weapon, and what the district attorney had to say about it today in your mind?
Well, the district attorney characterized that weapon as missing, and they want to find it. In fact, she put out a plea to the public, to anyone who knows where that gun may be. And right after she mentioned that, she started talking about 9 gunshots that were captured on surveillance video on the evening that Maya Millete went missing. So you have to imagine that they think that gun might be the murder weapon. And they're asking anybody who may have known where that gun is, .40 caliber gun, belonging to Larry Millete. They want to find that gun. And needless to say, they want to find Maya Millete. And the volunteers are still out searching. But if anybody knows anything, if anybody saw that Lexus with the license plate Meilani, it's a personalized license plate, black and orange license plate, a black Lexus SUV. The plate is Meilani. They are now putting out the word 9 months later to look for that Lexus. And it's taken a while for them to do that. They knew that Lexus, Larry was driving that Lexus for months and months, and only now are they asking the public and witnesses to come forward regarding that Lexus.
Well, there was an awful lot of evidence unveiled today, and as she mentioned before, quite a bit under sealed warrants at this point. This is going to unfold day by day. And again, Larry Millete expected to make his first court appearance this Thursday. David Gotfredson reporting live for us while out of town. We do appreciate your help.
Thanks, David.